that time when we left Patna, the day my dadi had a vertigo attack. Went to my nana's house. Tea and gupshup was his thing, and we all used to do it when I went to my nana's house. It was around 4-5 p.m. in the evening. He went to bathroom and he just started vomiting blood, like only blood and blood and blood on the floor. And he vomited blood too much, like almost half a bucket, I guess. My nanny was crying, my mommy was crying, and we were hell scared. So I gave my first attempt and I secured 511 out of 720. I was devastated, and more than sad, I was feeling guilty of letting down my parents. My parents are actually more ambitious than me. They expect a lot of things from me. So I was really sad that I had let them down. I had let the expectations down. Always remember, nobody will understand your situation. It's only you who can understand your situation. All your relatives, family, even your mom and dad maybe, they won't understand what went wrong in your preparation. It might be possible you gave your 100%, but somewhere you didn't know something, that this is right or this is wrong, and you continued with it and it just happened. So I gave my 100% in my first attempt, but my mom and dad understood that it was tough with school and everything, but still they expected a lot. And my family, as usual, they were like, koi baat nahi. If your family is like, they demotivate you. My family is not like, they won't demotivate me, ever. So if your family demotivates you, just remember, जो लोग अभी आपकी बुराई कर रहे हैं या अभी आपका मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं, they are the same people that are gonna come back when you clear NEET, and they'll be just like, wow. Trust me, that has happened with me. That's why I'm telling you. I was okay after giving my first attempt, because I knew I had given my 100% and it was tough. I knew I wouldn't be able to do it this time, but I was satisfied. And it's not, मतलब ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि इतना सब प्रॉब्लम होने के बावजूद कोई भी ना निकाल पाया, because there were many students in my coaching who were in the same situation and they cleared NEET with such a good rank, like around 1,000, 2,000. And yes, it's good for them, but I'm not shameful for it that I wasn't able to do it, because I'm not them, I'm me, and I'm gonna move at my own pace, understanding things and learning things. So yeah, I'm not shameful about it, and you should be not. I had discovered Alak sir before, 1 month before NEET 2019, yes. And I was like, okay, now there's no going back, because things went in my mind like this. Yeah. उनके समझाने का स्टाइल कुछ अलग है. I guess बहुत बच्चे एग्री करेंगे कि अगर उनको किसी से भी नहीं समझ आया, अलग सर से उनको समझ आ जाता था. At that time, Alak sir didn't had that, a big coaching like PW. Obviously, I mean, he just had a YouTube channel and many people knew about him. And the most, shocking part was every student thought that only they know about Alak sir. But अंदर ही अंदर बहुत लोग PW and Alak sir के बारे में जानते थे, but they never used to tell anyone. I have experienced that. कि बाद में मुझे पता चला, oh, did you also watch Alak sir video? I thought कि तुम बस coaching के उससे कर रहे हो. So yeah, people used to go to coaching and they also used to watch Alak sir video, and I did the same. That person helped me increase my marks to around 150 plus in physics. I was scoring 50. I went up till 100 and I was not going more than that. Even in my first attempt, I secured around 95 marks in physics. And after I started studying from Alak sir, only his YouTube videos, only his YouTube videos, those free lectures, I increased my marks up to 150 plus. I could even touch 170 sometimes. That was pretty amazing. PW is now India's most trusted educational platform with 5 million plus downloads on Google Play Store. And many students studying from PW are now in top medical colleges and engineering colleges. An example is here. PW provides courses right now for JEE, NEET, ND and board exams, and very soon they're preparing to launch all the study courses from KG to 8th class. PW has just one mission, and that is education for all. It needs to be accessible to every student, छोटे से छोटे गाँव में, cities, small towns, everywhere. PW still provides a lot of free courses on their app and YouTube channel too, and give lowest price of 79 rupees, and it extends up to 4200. I mean, that's very low as compared to any other coaching जो लाखों रुपए लेती है. If you messed up your NEET, just don't be disheartened, because I myself cleared NEET in 3rd attempt, and in my last drop year, PW helped me a lot. And PW has launched their Yaqeen 2.0 batch for NEET 2023 students, and you will get live lectures and recorded lectures too with the top best faculties. You will get 6 days a week classes and 3 classes of 2 hours each every day. And this is a very special announcement. If you buy Yaqeen 2.0, then you'll get Yaqeen 1.0 free of cost complimentary. And if you have bought Yaqeen 1.0, then you will get Yaqeen 2.0 complimentary. And this announcement doesn't end here. And if you have got all these, then you'll also get Yaqeen 1.0 and 2.0 of the last year too. Along with this batch, you get PW Sarthi. That means you will have a teacher 24/7 to clear your doubts. And also mentorship by students from medical colleges and engineering college, which suits best to you. DPPs with video solution and test series every Sunday. And as you know, हर NEET topper का यही राज होता है that they have given n number of tests before NEET. And not only these, you also get live doubt discussions and NCERT and PYQ discussions too. I feel कभी कभी होता है कि NCERT पढ़ने का मन नहीं करता है, so discussing this NCERT and PYQs with a teacher on a lecture, somehow वो चीज़ बहुत beneficial साबित होती है, and आप काम कर लेते हो अपना even though आपको अगर मन ना भी कर रहा हो तो. If you want to buy any course from PW, you can use my code TNI250 to get a 250 rupees additional off on their courses. PW and Alaksar has always been close to my heart, and it has helped me a lot in my NEET journey, and I'll be always grateful for it. I mean, I myself has recommended my sister who is in class 9th to take up a PW course, and she is doing it, and it's helping her a lot. Now, things are pretty good, in my first drop. Things were going good, but then came the lockdown, and I slowly started to veer off, Dhire dhire I was becoming lazy, lethargic, and I guess many students experience that. And more than that, I was getting emotionally tortured, and I was just getting fed up of the loneliness and the monotony in my routine. But somehow I pulled myself back. And if you want to know that emotional side, that emotional story of my drop side, so I would really recommend you guys to watch the video handling 2 consecutive drops for NEET. And in that, I have told how I, manage myself emotionally. So yeah, things started to deteriorate, but slowly I pulled myself back and I started studying. And now from here the real story starts. My father had shifted to Gujarat, Vadodara, Gujarat in October 2019, and it was a plan that we'll go to Gujarat after I clear my NEET, so that my studies are not disturbed due to shifting. But because NEET was getting delayed so much, and it was also getting difficult for my father to manage things alone. And when for the second time NEET got delayed, I remember from 26th July to 13th September. And when it got delayed, my father said, now I guess we can shift, because my preparation was going good. I had picked up myself, and I was scoring 615 all the tests approximately. And my father said, okay, let's shift. I guess itni padhai barbaad nahi hogi because you are doing good this time. I said, okay, fine. So on 10th of July, we left Patna. And I guess leaving Patna was the start of my bad time, actually, for my whole family. So we had to stay for 1 week in Kanpur at that time, because our whole, घर गिरस्ती पूरी उठ के गुजरात जानी थी. एक हफ्ता लगता उसको गुजरात पहुंचने में. So yeah, we all, कानपुर में हम लोग रुके थे for 1 week. That time when we left Patna, that day, my dadi had a vertigo attack, and it was very bad because she's old, and उनको बहुत बार उल्टी हो रही थी एंड शी वॉज गेटिंग डिजी ऑल द टाइम एंड उनकी हालत बहुत ख़राब हो गई थी. When we came to Kanpur, we saw her and it was like she was looking stupid. That was okay. Then we got her checked and things were slowly improving. And जब हम लोग कानपुर में थे, I went to my Nana's house. And it was a fine evening. We all were, going to have a cup of tea because my Nana loved tea. Tea and gupshup was his thing, and we all used to do it when I went to my Nana's house. So we went there, and I remember it was around 4-5 p.m. in the evening. He went to bathroom, and he just started vomiting blood, like only blood and blood and blood on the floor. And he vomited blood too much, like almost half a bucket, I guess. I can't forget that scene because it was scary. My mom was crying. My Nana ji was saying, अब हम जा रहे नीतू, अब नहीं होगा. My Nani was crying, my mommy was crying, and we were hell scared. I called my dad, he came, then we took him to the hospital, and strangely doctor didn't say his situation was serious. He said it was a shoot up in BP, and since his lungs were a little weak, maybe that's why he vomited blood. We didn't came to know the exact reason. So yeah, वो transition phase kind of hit us. Then we went to Vadodara, and shifting from totally east to west, the climate change, the water change, food change, so many things at एक बार में आपके ऊपर आती है. And shifting is hell tiring. एक घर दोबारा से आपको पूरा सेट करना है, and getting acclimatized to that, क्योंकि आप कोई भी न्यू इन्वायरमेंट में जाते हैं, आप किसी रिलेटिव के घर जाते हैं, आप पढ़ पाते हैं, आप नहीं पढ़ पाते हैं, बहुत मुश्किल होता है पढ़ना. कोई आपके घर आ जाता है, आप नहीं पढ़ पाते हैं. एंड इन अ न्यू होम यू हैव टू गेट वर्स्ट विद दैट होम. लाइक आपको आदत होनी चाहिए उस घर की, तब जाके आप वहाँ पे काम अपना स्टार्ट कर पाओगे. तो इट वॉज जुलाई, अगस्त, सेप्टेम्बर. सो टिल 15th अगस्त मुझे टाइम लग गया वहाँ सेटल होने में, बेटर फील करने में. एंड दिस माई नाना एंड दादी, इन लोग की तबीयत जब खराब होती थी. 15th अगस्त इट वॉज माई मॉम्स बर्थडे, एंड इट वॉज अगेन 4 in the evening, एंड strangely my dad came from office. वो शाम में आते थे, वो इस बार अचानक से जल्दी आ गए. He didn't tell us anything. He just went to my mom and he said, Nana ji is no more. So that was a shock. Like it was my mom's birthday, and at that same day he died. Like that was devastating for her and for us too. And he died the same day. उनको वापस से वही blood की vomit हुई, and this time he fainted. At that time he didn't faint, but this time he fainted, and while going to the hospital in the ambulance, he died. So I lost myself kind of, because my Nana ji was very much excited for my NEET. He always used to ask me how our studies going, and he was the most excited person, I guess, to know what would happen in my NEET. And I was feeling guilty that I couldn't give him what he wanted, and he went before that. My first attempt, I kind of started, beating myself at that time that why didn't I clear NEET in my first attempt. That was wrong to think, but I was, just thinking ki I'm such a hopeless person that couldn't even give what a person wants, what my Nana ji wanted, what my mom and dad wanted. And now he's not here to see my result. Even if it's bad or good, he's not here. Still, I continued. My mom went to his funeral. Only her. She went to Kanpur because at that time COVID was at peak. So only she went there. I studied. I cried. I studied. I cried. I studied. I cried. I studied. I did that. Crying and studying, crying and studying, crying and studying. It was a bad cycle. Mom came back on 23rd or 24th of August. And after 3 to 4 days, she started experiencing COVID symptoms. Yeah. And after her experiencing those symptoms, 2 to 3 days after, my sister got fever. And after my sister got fever, after 1 day, I got fever. And it was just 14 days before NEET. I was so scared for NEET at that time because last 2 months I couldn't even practice a single test nicely. I couldn't even revise things. I couldn't do anything. I had fever of 101/409. And I just took a pill and I started studying. Because I just couldn't let myself lie down at that time. I was so scared. Somehow those 14 days went taking medicines, studying. And I had to give JEE Mains 2 at that time. I remember going to the center and almost fainting. Like, as soon as the exam got over, I felt like I'll faint. I was feeling so weak, so weak. And then came the NEET day. I took my medicines and went to the center. What happened? I ruined it. I ruined it totally. I felt I couldn't do it anymore. I felt कि मुझसे कुछ नहीं हो सकता है. I'm not even made for this dream. Because this time I had worked hard a lot. And I had given more than 100%. I had sacrificed a lot, and then seeing कि even after working hard I couldn't get anything, I was broke. I was broken badly. And my mom and dad didn't understand this time. They thought it was my fault. They thought I haven't studied. Same with my family. They thought I haven't studied. Everybody thought that I hadn't studied. I had, but nobody even thought कि last 2 months में क्या क्या नहीं हुआ. Call me weak, but I was affected emotionally and mentally. And it's okay, I guess. People lost trust on me. My mom and dad, my family. They didn't trust me anymore. Like what I was going to say or what I was going to do. They just thought, ये नहीं पढ़ती है, ये बस हम लोग को घुमाती है. Kind of. But I secured around 585 marks at that time, and I couldn't get any government college. Neither I didn't want to go. Because I wanted to go in a good college. And again, I decided to take a drop. Going through that vicious cycle again, and this time it was more tough.